Oh my god, I left my glasses on. I don't want anybody to see me with glasses on. Hey everybody, how you doing? Richard Roy 2 here, in his squeaky chair. Give me responding to a video by The Elmo is Evil, a message to DawahFilms. Interesting video, Rick. I take it that's the short form for Richard. Yeah, we're all just a bunch of dicks here, aren't we? Off of that, yay liberals, all the biting the bullets and sniffing up the tear gas and everything. It's a thankless job, I know. But let it be known that you have someone who appreciates what you do. I was just wondering though, with this DawahFilms, is it really? Do you really think it's going to be all that productive? I mean, how seriously can we take DawahFilms? He's a self-admitted Muslim. And you know that Muslims have a gun pointed at their head, right? So anything they say is kind of rendered tainted, influenced. I mean, the punishment for apostasy is death, isn't it? In Islam. So, how seriously can you really take someone like that? I mean, okay, in the sense that he's got a gun and he's coming running at you, or a knife, or whatever the case may be, okay. But damn. They're under duress. What more can you say about them? Sorry, I was just looking at my notes. Libtards. Libtards? I'd never heard that one before. I've heard of bleeding heart liberals, but libtards, I never heard that one before. But I suspect that just like the teabaggers, you've been hijacked as well. I mean, the teabaggers, they're all out there. Among them, there are a lot of nut bars, but I bet you there are some people with some legitimate ideas that think this is the only form they can possibly have available to them. And somebody else comes along and starts jumping on it because of some sort of catchphrase that they decide says everything it needs to say. And I bet the liberals are the same way. They probably have their own nut bars that come running along and messing up the mix, so to speak. But I guess there's a kind of tendency to want to seek out safety in numbers, or at least some sort of strength, unity. Very difficult situation to be in. Being that we're all individuals, to have to stand on that message alone is kind of difficult. As an individualist, let's say I'm a liberal of this type, of which you can see an array of millions of different possibilities. So if I'm a liberal of this type and I gotta go and protest something that I think is relevant, are all the other liberals of all the other types going to come along and help support you in what they may not necessarily think is a worthwhile cause compared to the things they think are important? Yeah, it's a difficult nut to crack. I mean, some of the bleeding heart liberals have been named so because of the kind of quackery that they perform. It's just like with divinity. Sometimes she gets lumped in with the rest of the feminists and nut bars that make some absurd accusations and whatnot. Yeah, someone like divinity. It doesn't like my chair though, so. Yeah. Great video. I would have interpreted Thunderfoot the same way, to say that there's a great feel more power here than you really understand. And thanks to the nut bars who go out and protest the free application of that power. We need an institution of nut bars. The liberal protest group. Something. I don't know. And all these institutions, you know how I feel about institutions. Institutions have to be constantly monitored and kept in a tight check. You're part of that process. Very important one. Thanks.